Hey guys, it's Ernest, and today we've rounded up the biggest names for our list of the best upcoming games for the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch this 2019 and beyond. Here they are, arranged in no particular order.
And starting off our list is Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. If the name From Software gives you flashbacks of gothic and Victorian darkness and hours of grueling boss fights, their newest action-adventure is hoping to change all that. Breaking free from the shackles of their genre-defining hits, Bloodborne and Dark Souls, From Software, much like their shinobi protagonist, takes new life with this inward look into their own Japanese history and culture. Set in a mythicized Sengoku era, Sekiro is packed with the ninjas and samurais that typify everything the West knows about old Japan. Being an action game, it's still gonna be injected with some of the combat mechanics we loved about their previous games. However, creator Miyazaki emphasized that Sekiro will have more focus on mobility. A single-player experience, get to know the katana-wielding, prosthetically armed shinobi as he goes on a quest for vengeance. Looking gorgeous already, it's set to release on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One on March 22nd, 2019. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Now if it's magic you want, Moon Studios' Metroidvania will be just the right fit for you. An indie hit, Ori has wowed the gaming world with its 2015 title, garnering acclaim from both gamers and critics alike for immersing us in their dreamlike landscapes. Now in its second installment, we're already preparing to roll out the tissues, if only to experience their magical universe once more. Built on the very strong foundations of beautiful visuals and responsive controls, there won't be much changes to their winning formula. Adding to their unique gameplay mechanics though are new combat maneuvers like hook shots, burrowing skills, and of course the return of the favorite bash. With more weapon choices comes players' freedom to choose their own playstyles. Go back to the Enchanted Forest as Ori and his newfound friends and bask in the game's dreamlike presentations. A unanimously praised modern Metroidvania experience, it's set to release on the PC and Xbox One sometime in 2019. Dirt Rally 2.0. With the unveiling of the Dirt Rally game in 2016, Codemasters reveals themselves as the masters of the art of racing once again. Forming a part of the long-running Colin McRae Rally series, which began back in 1998, Codemasters' Dirt Rally has slowly inched its way up the list of rally enthusiasts worldwide thanks to its spectacular graphical quality and dedication to rally realism. Going one step higher in immersion, it even had a VR mode that put you right smack in the driving seat in the dusty desert tracks. In this sequel, Codemasters tries to top all that with even more strokes of genius. Unfortunately, with just about 6, albeit real-life stages and the lack of the lauded VR mode, it might be a bit of a stretch. Still, we get to experience their fine-tuning configurations and authentic handling in environments as we drive across the tracks of Barcelona, Montalegre, Silverstone, and so much more. It's set to release on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One in February 26, 2019.
One left tightens. 30. 4 left, don't cut. Into 3 right. Into caution, don't cut through left. 50 over crest, 1 right tightens. Opens into turn, unseen. Don't cut 1 left tightens.
Fire Emblem 3 Houses. As much as we enjoyed the latest Fire Emblem Warriors, our last FE games have remained glued to our old Nintendo 3DS. Thankfully, with this newest game, we'll get to bring around the strategy RPG experience into our shiny new console. The 16th entry to the iconic series, Three Houses brings a threefold adventure as we roam around the world of Fodian and get to meet what will be the heads of the titular houses. Coming back with changes to squad formations and the like, Three Houses will boast even more enhancements to their strategic depth. Moving to Nintendo's hybrid console, this will mark the first time in a few years since the series hit the platforms. We're hoping this will translate to more firepower for the beloved RPG series. While the trailers might not seem to be too graphically impressive, the delay might just provide the needed fix. Or not. All we know, it's all been great so far, and it's set to release on the Switch this spring 2019.
Go ahead, give me orders. It's time to measure your worth as an instructor. Such a brutal, irrational world we live in. Some believe the crests, tokens of the goddess's power, are necessary to maintain order. But they're wrong, teacher. The crests are to blame.
Devil May Cry 5. Demon slaying is back on the menu. Capcom returns with full demonic power as they continue the iconic adventures of Dante and friends. Devil May Cry 5 is the biggest sequel ever. It follows the events years after DMC4, and it features a mature cast of characters including the return of Dante, Nero, Lady, Trish, and so much more. For the first time in the series, it introduces 3 playable characters in the single-player story: Dante, Nero, and the mysterious new character V. Among other improvements is its visual overhaul. This is the best-looking DMC game as it uses the Capcom's RE engine. Just like its predecessors, it's a crowning achievement of combat design. Hack and slash remains as fluid as ever with better weapon variety, bosses, and a badass soundtrack to boot. So get ready to pull those devil triggers once the game comes out on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One this March 8th, 2019.
That doesn't work. Ouch, I got splatted. Alright, back to Trickster. Ooh. Alright, I'm activating Devil Trigger. Alright, where have we gone? Back to Trickster.
Biomutant. Looks like THQ Nordic has stumbled upon what might be 2019's sleeper hit. Experiment 101's self-described post-apocalyptic kung fu seems like it has all the markings of an awesome game. Not only does the graphics look so polished to perfection, there's also something uniquely special about their premise. Set in a bright and shiny post-apocalypse, we get to see Biomutant's world through the eyes of the raccoon-like main character with a knack for shooting and martial arts. In his world, mutations are rampant and welcome. Get to customize your abilities with various biomechanical technologies or mutate yourself to better fit their many environments. Much like the unpredictability of his universe, Biomutant also has branching storylines that let players decide their own endgame. Work towards saving the Tree of Life along with 6 different tribes and come along for their satisfying hack and slash ride. It's set to release on the 3rd quarter of 2019.
Wompa Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Power. Your Clonk Super Wushu is all-rounder.
Crackdown 3. Banking on their strengths of their world of pure, unadulterated destruction, the Crackdown series makes an explosive return. And who else but the wholesome chaos personified to welcome us back? Putting Terry Crews at the center of their promotions, Crackdown 3 looks forward to 10 years after the events of their last title and lets us uncover a mysterious villain behind the New Providence terrorism. With Crews as our tour guide to their massive open world, players and their friends will be able to topple big business skyscrapers and punish criminal syndicates as they please. Dive into the wrecking and enter a multiplayer arena where destruction is the name of the game. Staying in the longest in development hell with delay after delay, there's a lot of doubts coming out for this Xbox exclusive. Hopefully Microsoft won't do another scalebound on us this time with a release date of February 15th, 2019 for the PC and Xbox One.
5 agents battle for supremacy. Smash through buildings. Blast bridges into rubble. Level the competition.
Yoshi's Crafted World. The newest Yoshi game gets a name, and it isn't too far off from his woolly adventures on the Wii U and 3DS. Following the footsteps of Paper Mario, Yoshi is living the good life in this colorful papercraft world. From the same makers of Woolly World, developers Goodfield push us into their miniature diorama-like universe with pretty much the same Yoshi activities that we all love. Yoshi's Crafted World is an exercise in new perspectives. Moving to the third dimension, going forwards and backwards through levels, conquer challenges reached by looking at the world in brand new ways. Together with the Switch debut comes a more complete two-player experience in which you collect and discover together with a palette Switch friend. Though there aren't much in the way of changes, it's still an awesome new Yoshi adventure on the Switch, and it's coming this spring 2019. Travis strikes again, No More Heroes. With all its satisfying combat, meta-narratives, and rainbow glitchery, No More Heroes hits the peak of everything you might love about games. Directed by no other than Mr. Suda51, Goichi Suda himself, this sequel/spin-off of sorts propels their otaku protagonist, Travis Touchdown, into even more wacky cyber hijinks. The first No More Heroes in about a decade, this is definitely a cause for celebration. Dividing the Travis trademark hack-and-slash action into 7 different genres, Suda51 collaborates with today's best indie games to give us a sightseeing trip around the world of action, racing, puzzles, and so much more. And did we mention Adventure Mode? While some fans seem to be disappointed with what looks like a whole new direction for the series, we'll have to wait and see if the apprehensions are correct. Coming exclusively to the Switch this January 18th, 2019.
Chocolate banana cream with caramel ice cream! Home run! Adios!
Metro Exodus. Deep Silver's third and massive new installment to their Russian version of Fallout. Travel to a post-nuclear Moscow and traverse through its irradiated tundras, cities, and underground transit system. Exodus takes place years after The Last Light. For the first time in the series, most of the events happen outside the metro, not underground. Play as Artyom as he leads his merry band of survivors to rebuild their lost civilization and start a new life in the frozen wasteland. Face nasty mutated creatures and avoid severe radiation. Wear your gas mask, customize your gear, and get ready to step outside the metro to witness what might possibly be the best Metro game yet. Your move, Bethesda. It comes out this 22nd of February on the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Skull and Bones. Inspired by the success of the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Ubisoft went on to create an action-adventure wholly revolving around the seafaring adventures and naval battles. This new title promises to expand the life at sea, particularly in crew and combat. Choose the best ship for your playstyle and pack it with upgrades and artillery that's perfect for plundering enemy ships. It's mostly a multiplayer experience in the open world of the Indian Ocean, opening you up for emergent gameplay as you sail solo or with your very own pirate gang. Too bad there's no shipboarding, but hey, maybe it'll come out in future updates. It's set to release in 2019 on the PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4.
Are there any games you're looking forward to? You can tell us all about them in the comments section. Or you can get some of our picks using the links in the description box. You can also watch us test out new and awesome games at our gameplay channel, What to Play Live, by clicking the icon at the top right corner.
Jump Force, or Top 10 Anime Battles the Game. Jump Force is a fighting game featuring the most popular characters ever printed on Weekly Shonen Jump magazine. Among the playable characters are heroes Son Goku, Luffy, Naruto, and Ichigo, as well as villains like Blackbeard and Frieza. Currently, 28 fighters have been revealed, including 4 brand new characters designed by famed mangaka Akira Toriyama. I'm sure more will be added before and after its release. For example, Deku from My Hero Academia, Gintoki from Gintama, and Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin. Let's just hope they don't come as expensive DLC packs. It comes out this 15th of February on the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Control. Remedy Entertainment's latest IP moves on from its Stephen King inspirations. Get ready for more heart-pumping action in this newest entry from the people behind Alan Wake. Just like Alan Wake, Control is played from a third-person perspective. Control, pun intended, a young girl seeking for answers after government entities seek to study and contain her powers. Based from the gameplay trailers, players can fight enemies using a unique weapon that can change any shape at will. Use objects around your character to defend yourself from a barrage of bullets. With heavy supernatural elements like its previous projects, Control will offer a powerful single-player action game with a promising story and addictive gameplay. It comes out sometime this 2019 on the PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. They've been skedaddling into various worlds and activities, but it's finally time for the Mario Brothers to get back to their platforming pipe-jumping action. With their return to the traditional Mushroom Kingdom shenanigans comes a more refined single and multiplayer experience. Moving up from their Wii U environments, this deluxe version of their best-selling 2012 title is packed with enhanced graphics and brand new characters to play around with. On top of the new Super Mario Bros. U, this package deal will also come with new Super Luigi's More Treacherous Lands. Welcoming Toadette and Nabbit to their lineup, the 2 playable characters will help ease the platforming fun for the younger and less experienced players. While there aren't any new levels, there will be 3 additional game modes like Boost Rush, Challenges, and Coin Battles. It's coming out on January 11th, 2019. Anthem. Hopefully BioWare will redeem themselves this time. Amidst their previous development issues and animation blunders, a new game comes out of the shadows. This latest IP oozes with more futuristic atmosphere similar to the Mass Effect series. While it's not exactly an MMO, on top of the regular single-player campaign, it also has a shared and dynamic open world where you can meet other players and it changes every time you play. Party with up to 4 players and go jetpacking around as Interceptors, Rangers, Storms, and Colossus. It's set to release on February 22nd, 2019 on the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
Return them to the relic. You've got to...
Team Sonic Racing. Sonic's always had a need for speed, but this time his methods have changed. With the success of 2017's remastered titles, Sega gets a taste for something different. Spinning off from their usual platforming adventures, Sonic and his friends join the kart racing fray with multiplayer matches that level the racing playing field. New as it is, it's still pretty much a trip through memory lane. Join the gang of 15 Sonic characters and watch them cruise through tracks of familiar Sonic stages and groove along to their brand new Crush 40 tunes. You can either play traditional versus games with friends, or you can try working together to rack up points in their ring collecting co-op mode. A little different from their usual formula, but is still a treat for fans of the original Sonic games. It's set to release on the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch on May 21st, 2019. Dead or Alive 6. Unlike what their name suggests, Dead or Alive is a series that's been going around since 1999, supplying the world with feisty female fighters for years to come. Now, with this 19th installment, Team Ninja is adding a host of new challengers to their roster. The latest in the list is the British assassin, Christie, who's been serving looks and punches since her debut in 2001. With her maddening sex appeal, it's nothing short of a welcome return. In this latest title though, Dead or Alive makes it clear that they're moving the franchise to a new direction, focusing less on sexy fan service and more on esports viability. Though disappointing for some, it'll definitely pave way for a more intense and strategic fighting gameplay. Introducing new combat mechanics like Break Gauge, Break Blow, Break Hold, and Fatal Rush, it's already looking good. It's gonna be one hell of a post-Valentine's, but it comes out on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One on February 15th, 2019. Animal Crossing. As one of the standard titles in any Nintendo console ever, one can imagine the excitement of knowing it's finally coming to the Switch too. After more than a year's wait, Nintendo is opening its doors to a brand new neighborhood of adorably anthropomorphic animals. Animal Crossing is a community simulation game that lets you live out the village life either as the noble mayor or upstanding citizen. And in its long run, it's been known mostly as just a haven of good feeling as you explore the town, collect items, and bask in neighborly harmony. What's in store for us in this newest title, we're not quite sure yet, but assuming the formula isn't about to change soon, the gaming community expects it to build up from their repertoire with bigger towns, more activities, and maybe some out-of-town field trips too. It's set to release on the Switch sometime in 2019. Rage 2. The closest thing we could get to a better Mad Max game, Bethesda's upcoming post-apocalyptic open-world shooter is as chaotic as ever. With inspiration from Doom, Quake, Just Cause, and the recently mentioned Mad Max under their belts, it's an obvious testosterone-filled mayhem. But despite all that, Rage 2 excels at its single-player campaign. With Walker as your guide, you'll get a sweet tour of its seamless, loading screenless open world. Drive around in radioactive sewers, mow down mutants, and maybe get some powers along the way. It comes out this spring 2019 on the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
Looks like the doc said. Authority units. That'll be a problem. Holy shit! Oh, hell yeah!
Luigi's Mansion 3. Originally released on the GameCube in 2001, the original Luigi's Mansion wasn't exactly groundbreaking, but it was the first to shine the spotlight on the oft-neglected green Mario brother. Giving him the all-star treatment, it slowly became one of the most well-loved titles on the GameCube, and growing bigger with its eventual re-release on the 3DS. So while everyone expected a mere remastered version for Nintendo's newest console, we got something even better? In this up-and-coming third installment, Luigi steps up to the plate for another exciting roundabout in creepy, haunted buildings. Unlike the Dark Moon version, 3 is speculated to take place in a single ghostly hotel, which is another relief. A very recent announcement from Nintendo, there hasn't been much in the way of details. A game to look out for, you'll definitely see us calling out Mario's name once it comes out this 2019. Gears 5. Shifting the focus away from the turmoils of war for humanity and onto exploration, Gears' latest entry will have the most expansive world the series has ever seen. In this 6th installment of the series, the player now focuses on Kate Diaz, an outsider of Locust descent, uncover the mysterious origins about her and her family's fate. Boasting a handful of improvements in terms of visuals and gameplay, it might be the most action-packed of the series, alongside its graphical splendor. The game will also support local split-screen or online co-op for you and your friends to enjoy while you experience the story. Comes out sometime this 2019 as a Microsoft exclusive. Ninjala. Gung-Ho's upcoming multiplayer action video game is a hybrid between Nintendo's Splatoon series and ARMS. It was unveiled at E3 2018 and it caught people by surprise due to its quirky premise. Designed by former Dissidia producer Takeshi Arakawa, ready yourself for an intense bout of pulsating, fast-paced ninja action. Players enter the World Ninja Association and perform fancy ninjutsu skills to outmatch their opponents. Use the environment to your advantage as you knock down your opponents with your smooth parkour skills. Grab weapons and engage in melee combat. It has a ton of potential and we can't wait for it to come out this spring 2019. Daemon X Machina. The Nintendo Switch gets a surprise mechanized action game from developer Marvelous Inc. This brand new and fast-paced mech action game is created by Kenichiro Sakuda, the guy behind the Armored Core series. Ready your arsenal and fully customize your powerful suit to fend off waves and waves of enemies. Choose from a wide array of missions to unlock new weapons from downed enemies. Swap weapons on the fly and be a mechanical monster. Players can also go in online and local wireless to team up with others to enjoy the robotic warfare. No release date yet, but it's slated to come out sometime this 2019. Resident Evil 2. The nightmare continues and it's all in a glorious high-definition remake. Capcom's next step to their award-winning zombie franchise goes back to their roots with a full-fledged revamp of the 1998 Resident Evil 2. Just like the original, take control of Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield as they make it out alive of the now-infected Raccoon City. Although it's not set in a first-person perspective, unlike RE7, this remake retains its third-person camera to make players feel every bit of horror in 360 degrees. With massive visual overhauls, the T-Virus is as scary as ever. Save bullets, solve puzzles, and get ready for more Resident Evil. It comes out this January 25, 2019 on the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Kingdom Hearts 3. 10 years in the making, Square Enix's crossover between Final Fantasy and Disney might sound like a weird combination at first, but this third and latest major installment of the hit franchise indicates that it's not a big joke and it's coming this January next year. A culmination of 11 games since 2002, the series has come a long way and has shaped the future of mainstream JRPGs to the video game market. Follow Sora and his friends in their last effort to defeat the darkness and save the world from corruption with the power of the Keyblade, friendship, and the typical JRPG tropes. Travel to various Disney worlds including Frozen, Tangled, Monsters Incorporated, and even Pirates of the Caribbean. Delays are no longer possible now that the game has gone gold. We can't wait for its release this January 29, 2019 on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
And those were the upcoming games for the 4 platforms the years to come. And if you love this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to become a certified What To Player. And that's about it. See you next time.